Hey guys, and welcome to this week's Scubatube. We hope you each had a... Let's start again. Man, it's been a while.
It's been like a week.
This week's Scubatube is sponsored by How to Plan a Dive Holiday. Hey guys, and welcome to Scubatube. We hope you all had a nice Easter break and you didn't eat too much chocolate like we did.
Mate, I'm having a baby right now. Chocolate baby.
So moving on to the news, a big underwater pledge has just taken place. One of the world's first underwater CEO conferences has just taken place to reduce underwater pollution and protect marine life. So CEOs from the center head of UST Global, TCS, Avon Mobility and UDS Hotels met under the Arabian Sea off the coast of Kovalam with an underwater table and chairs. They talked around using hands.
I know this is good, okay, but they want to talk about pollution, but yet they're going to they stuck chairs, tables, they probably had a little coffee machine.
Yeah, that's it, because the primary concern is about the amount of plastics that end up in our ocean. So instead of having it at one of their like normal conference tables, they actually put conference tables and chairs and stuff in
Which
the
had to
water.
be flown.
It was a nice gesture. It's good for the sort of news headers and whatnot.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, as I say, it's a good thing to say that CEOs of big companies are getting on. You know, they're taking this seriously. It's just they did it in a very CEO silly kind of way.
This will be great.
Yeah, on paper it probably looks like a really good idea.
Their PR manager got a promotion.
Yeah, and then it's just
Oh well. In other news, Tassie fish needs some...
first news.
No, it isn't.
Is it not?
No, because I did the one about the CEOs underwater.
Oh yeah.
In other fish, Tassie fish... Is it just Tassie fish? In other news, Tassie fish need some jumpers knitted for them. Bless the little guys, they're getting a bit cold. Thousands of dead fish have washed up on the Tasmanian northeast coast recently, which sparks major concerns. A range of fish, from pufferfish to boxfish, and even some penguins have been found dead on the beach, and dropping water temperatures are to blame. An upwelling of cold water from the deep chills tropical species where they struggle with the dropping temperatures.
As I struggled with this thing that I should be doing right now in this article.
I'm taking this news story because I wrote it. Experts claim that tropical fish are at the extreme of their range of habitat, so they're as far away from where they're normally found, and a quick change of temperature just catches them off guard, and they all die really.
Okay, so that took me about 50 million bits to try, and I couldn't even say any of that.
The one thing that I don't really get about this is, yes, the small fish, the water temperature drops by like 7 degrees and they die. Penguins.
Penguins do not like cold water. They absolutely hate it. They prefer the tropical climates. And I think all we need to do, so obviously the Great Barrier Reef, that's got a 2 degree change.
Yeah.
2 degrees. So what we need to do, we need to take the water out of that and then just drop it into this.
It's not that far.
Fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Yeah, that's all you got to do. It's going to be fine. I'm just going to be studying it this whole episode.
Also, there are some whale graveyard robbers about. A 150-year-old whale graveyard has been discovered on the Kaikoura coast in New Zealand. Believed to be left behind by an old whaling station operating back in the 1800s. The bones were just kind of left there, but they've also caught the eyes of local poachers, unfortunately. So 2 truckloads of bones were collected and removed by authorities, but some were a bit too large and they were buried in the sand, so they couldn't actually get them out. So they're waiting for Mother Nature to clear them and get them later. They've left some barriers as well to try and deter poachers and leave the remains where they are. It's just where they were whaling. They got all the bones and they just shoved them on the beach. And now either just they've been uncovered by storms or whatnot. No. But poachers are just like, that looks expensive.
Yeah, I'll be having that.
So authorities have just collected it all. Sorry, but where some were too big or just buried under the sand, they didn't want to go in with diggers and dig them all up. So they're just waiting for Mother Nature just to.
I guess you don't really want to harm the environment as much, do you? You don't want to take diggers up there, like you say, drive them down, ruin the, just disturbing whatever's there.
Yeah, but poachers would, so they have to be kind of right.
Nah. Anyway, I'm not going to bother doing this one. You can do it as well. I've completely given up today.
So aquariums are endangering millions of fish. The demand for exotic fish to stock aquariums is causing fishermen to catch species like tangs and butterfly fish to be caught in their hundreds. But they're just left to die due to mechanical failure of their holding tanks, like these poor fish, or due to just simply poor conditions that the fish actually die soon after you purchase them.
Yeah.
So
it's not natural, is it? They're meant to be in the sea, swimming around in their natural habitat, being shoved in a bag, which deems stress because they'll see stuff, they want to go to it, but they'll get stopped. And then the same thing goes into a tank.
Yeah.
It's, no wonder they die.
No, it's not great. An estimated that around 20 to 24 million tropical fish are taken from the oceans around the world every year, mainly from the Philippines, Indonesia and Hawaii. Owning tropical fish isn't too bad in itself, but the massive mortality rate during capture and transport means that collectors are catching more and speeding up the process to the point where some fish actually get barotrauma from being brought up too quickly. They, their eyes bulge out and so some fish, even to prevent this, some fish even, or the fishermen, they go in with like little needles and they just kind of puncture their swim bladder so that they can bring them up faster. But of course, this damages the fish, and then eventually the fish dies. It's a
Who
ridiculous.
cares, as long as they get their money?
Exactly, it's a ridiculous system. This obviously is very damaging to the fish, but worse is conducted in Indonesia or the Philippines even, where they use cyanides to stun fish out of hiding. They get cyanide tablets, they crush it up into a squeezy water bottle, mix it with seawater, and if the fish are hiding in coral, they kind of squeeze it, and that just kind of stuns them, and then they collect them. And then of course they die from cyanide poisoning. It's crazy.
I mean, there needs to be more control.
Yeah, it's just where there's that demand, and then all the local fishermen are like, yeah, I can fulfill that demand, I'll just try and get as many as possible, but they just end up killing hundreds of thousands.
It's almost like they need to do like an artificial bay where they can grow the species, so it's not affecting the wildlife, but then also kind of like a zoo, but
sort of farm it,
but not as bad as a zoo. But then also as well, if there's species that are possibly going extinct, they can harvest them there and maybe reintroduce them back into
preserve bloodlines.
Yeah, but obviously that's money.
And final dolphin numbers are actually being revealed. If you remember a couple of weeks back, some Chinese fishermen caught a white dolphin and they were butchering it on the streets to sell it for parts. Well, a group of researchers previously from the University of Hong Kong have disputed earlier estimates of dolphin population in local waters. They now believe that there's only 368 dolphins that now call the Pearl River estuary their home. It's just a bit to try and sort of prove how many dolphins there are in the waters, and earlier estimates were a bit off. So these are a bit more accurate.
Yeah, they were saying that there was a couple of thousand maybe and all that sort of thing. Probably in that previous story, I think I mentioned about 1,600 they thought. 368. That's not very good.
No, and fishermen are just capturing them and selling them on the street.
But they weren't. That dolphin that they dismembered and cut up in front of everyone. No. It was just floating in the water. Remember that? They found it.
After
it was
they
dead.
Killed it.
No.
An underwater earthquake has been filmed. These divers were caught in an underwater earthquake and actually filmed it all. The video shows a group of divers swimming along the bottom. You hear a lot of noise in the background, and all of a sudden just the ground shakes. It stirs up all the bottom. It's kind of cool.
It's got that wave, It's kind of weird because like when you're diving or whenever you see the footage, obviously you're moving and you see that wave, but the camera's still and the earth is moving. It's cool. I've never seen it before, personally. I've never seen it.
No, nothing like that. It's I
like the fact that there's one comment down one of the articles. They were saying that it could have been shot a bit better, or it could have been a bit clearer. It's like, come on, mate.
Sorry,
that was an earthquake, and I can still see the fall. You go if there was an earthquake in England, And you were diving. You wouldn't
Stirs
see
up
anything.
all
You
the
wouldn't see
silt.
anything. Completely, yeah.
So that's it for news this week. So we're going to move on to a couple YouTube clips to check out. The first is from Que Ondita con el Pandita, diving in Belize with a range of fish and even some night diving. It's quite a cool clip.
Quite cool.
You can do this one. It sounds short.
Well,
easy.
I actually have to say something. The reason why, people, I've not said much is because I normally write the scripts, or some of the scripts, and Mark writes. Mark's written all these scripts. He uses big words.
Long words.
I'm
lots
not
of
very
syllables.
good with that. And plus, first day back after 4 days off.
Yeah, that is hard.
I'm already on my 10th coffee, and it's 9 a.m. as we're recording this. Anyway, the second one is from Johnny FD Diving in Komodo. It features sea turtles and a massive manta ray as well. Let's say, nice guy, nice videos. Yeah, ticks all the standard boxes. That one's got the theme tune to it as well, isn't it? Cool background. Or is that the one without background? No,
No,
that's
they've
the
all
one with
got
crab.
music. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a video of a crab, and we were like, yeah, expecting a really cool background, and
Just silence.
of this crab.
Great.
Yeah.
So that's it for this week. If you missed last week's Weird Wednesday, you can click the link up there to watch that. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and safe diving.
What was that? Is that my phone just got internet?
Bye, guys.
No, we did.